Haha, good morning, good morning. Hope you're all well. I'm feeling good this week, partly because since I've been living around this house, I have never been able to walk freely through a room up to a window without banging into stuff. That's a good, nice feeling. And with a view like that, what's not to love? Temperature's gone right up, crystal clear blue skies and a light breeze. Beautiful. The beach is definitely cooling. In here though, not so pretty. Yeah, but seeing this area cleared is good. Of course, it had to go somewhere, and we're better than what I did last week. Yeah, I don't have too many spots to put this stuff, and I don't want to leave it outdoors in direct sunlight, especially as I have a fridge over there, but I'm mighty glad I got that out of the way, because now I'm trying to wean the dogs out of the van. Don't want them in there forevermore, and now that we have a relatively clean area, at least it's cool. After the dogs have been chasing the lizards, they get to come back in here and lay down on this cool floor, which is really nice and very, very satisfying for me, because of course I am very wary of their comfort. All this stuff here, yeah, nowhere else to put it unfortunately, but bit by bit it'll all get cleared up. It's quite a lot I want to do this week. It is Wednesday. I've already taken the floor up, put the sheet down, I've got the meshing down. Well, I have to put the meshing down next and then get those runners in there to give me the floor height, and I'm going to do this in 3 sections. So today I want to concentrate on the meshing, get those runners down, and then, I don't know what they're called by the way, I call them runners. And then that gives me Thursday, Friday and Saturday to get those down, which would be really cool. Boys are happy, I'm happy, let's get this down. I don't think I'm going to have enough cement. I have to go and get some more tomorrow, I think. Yeah. I thought I had enough. During the course of the week, by the way, and a little bit next week, I'm going to be playing around what's underneath that sheet on my downtime. I'm really looking forward to seeing what it's going to look like. Yeah. Wise choice, boys. Okay. Meshing. I was originally going to be coming in this direction, but that doesn't make any sense because I need to go in through that door. I think I was avoiding this bit down here. Now you can see the temporary box. You've got a green, a red conduit, and there's also another one here which just goes outside the door there. It's that rod, the copper rod, the earth, and well, I need to tidy it up. These ones down here, these are running all the way to the very front. I'm kind of future-proofing stuff a little bit because 2 of those I'm going to use, one for the lights and one for cameras, and I guess, yeah, they come in handy for something else, but I want to just tuck them in that direction, and this mound I want to clear up. I'll run a line across there to the floor height and just leave that side to for a while until I know exactly what I'm doing. So I want to see if I can get that cleaned up, then the lines down, and then I'm really itching to get some concrete down in here to stand half a chance of getting this finished. which increasingly at the moment is looking very tight because I'm a little bit warm. And I'm still wearing my boots. Okay. I think it's all loose, which is good. But these have got to go. Not that one. These have got to go somewhere. Wire. That would have been handy. Some wire somewhere. Hold on. Get some wire. Oh, wire not? I don't know why I need that one. Hold it for a minute. Hopefully it's all loose. Ooh-wee. So the camera overheated. I had to stick it in the fridge for half an hour. Did manage to level out that bit there. So now I can get my lines down. Get this sorted out. Those pesky dogs turning into a beach back here. Oh dear, that wasn't quite the intention of the sand. Nice neat pile that I had delivered. The sheet obviously wasn't big enough and I didn't have a spare one, unfortunately. And it is inevitable, isn't it? They do it every single time. I should learn my lesson. After a walk in the evenings, they have a run around the garden, play fighting, up on the roof. And of course, that's going to be inviting. It's in the shade, cooler, softer. Yeah, they spread it out all over the place. And I can't waste it because I need it all and more. Doesn't matter too much when I scrape it up if there's stones in there because I'm mixing it with stones anyway, but that still wastes a little bit of time me having to clean it up, just monitoring them from now on, and best use it up. You are going to be really annoying. what a big old stretch. I'm going to need it. There's a lot of work that needs to be done today. Isn't there, boys? Yeah. Friday. And I've still got a hell of a lot of work to do in here. And this, of course, is going to be the laborious and tiring stage. I have managed to get, apart from that little section there, all of the guide rails down. And I have to be really careful with that because I don't have any leeway. Obviously that sort of expanse there, and given that we've ordered now the doors, I want to make sure that I am as accurate as I possibly can be, because you don't want to be trimming the doors down. And I have to allow for the adhesive and the tiles. I haven't even chosen the tiles yet. So that's going to be interesting. I know I probably should have allowed for some self-leveling afterwards, but in all fairness, that's just another expense, and it makes sure that I get this down as flat as I possibly can so the tiles can go directly on it. Just another stage that I need to cut out, and that means I've got to be even more accurate now. And I reckon it's going to take about 50 mixes, which is going to be fun. I have, however, made my life a little bit easier by putting that guide there in the middle of the door so I can work my way either side, and down here I've left a gap to go through. That made sense, didn't it? If I can get this area done, I can go out and get some more cement, and then hopefully, if I've got any energy this afternoon, I'm going to carry on in this section. And of course, undoubtedly, I'm going to get a part along and not want to stop, so I want to get all the way to there. And that will make my life a lot easier tomorrow when I'm aching, just to do this section. Oh, that's the plan. That's the plan. We'll see. Yeah, the motivation now is if I can get this done by the end of tomorrow, I can move on to something else. Not really much fun getting part of the way across, giving up, and then knowing I've only got to do it next week. So there is a push, and then chill out and go to the beach a little bit. 45 minutes down the beach, that'll be my treat. Right, okay, here we go. See how quickly we can do this. 3, 2, 1. My hard-working boys. Whoo-wee. 1 down, 2 to go. And blimey, am I going to do it? I don't know, it's 3:30 right now. That took so much longer than I was expecting it to. I'm definitely fighting it over there. Going around the columns is tricky enough, but I made the mixes too dry. So I corrected that as I went along, but that slowed me down for sure. No excuses though, just bloody hot, that's all. Really bloody hot out there doing the mixing. And of course, that's one thing, but then having to get this nice and level, it's two different jobs really, but we're getting there. I'm going to continue when I come back. I want to get that line sorted out. I'm going out to get the cement and going to get me some beef. Oh, really? I bet that was Chris. Typical, the minute I turn my back. Got some cement. Wizard of Oz, Will's found himself under the van. We've got enough stone, still got a little bit of cement left over there, and definitely, although spread out, I've got enough sand. Now, got to get this sorted out. When I came back yesterday, I did manage to get that line done, and a little bit over there, which is helping me out today. I may be feeling quite good right now, but I'm sure I'm going to be dishevelled by the end of the day, that's for sure. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword for me because this time of year, I absolutely love it. I love everything about it. I know it sounds like I'm moaning sometimes, but I'm only letting you into the picture, give you a feel of what it's like here. That's why I mention it. And I'm no good at working in the evenings and the mornings. I can't do that split, so I just get on with it. And when you're working in these sort of temperatures, especially doing something physical like this, yeah, it's torture. But I'm going to get this done today, and I'm going to have a couple of days recoup. And I've got a bloody great steak waiting for me at the end of the day, so that'll give me a push. I'm also going to make sure that I'm hydrated. Before I get on with this, I have got a group of friends back home. A lot of them are in the building construction industry. They've got decades of experience. And since I moved out here and started doing what I was doing with my little experience, I've been able to contact them and go through any worries that I have, any advice that I need, and reassurances. And that's really important. Learning the stages, learning to have so many steps ahead of yourself, but also trusting in yourself. And that's something that I do a lot. And I know it looks like I'm winging it most of the time, but there's nothing I do that hasn't been passed through someone one way or another. Mates is what I'm talking about. And there was one this morning that I was just getting a little bit of reassurance from on my floor, even though there's not a lot I can do about it. He did point out one thing after I spoke to him. He said, make sure, because I'd struggled in that area there, make sure you make it quite runny, the mix. It helps level it. It'll speed the process up, make your life a lot easier. I watch what you do. I've seen all your houses. We talk. There's nothing you're doing that is wrong so far. Just other people have their opinions. And my experience has been those people, when I hit on an area is their expertise, that are professional, tend to be very supportive. I also asked him about expansion, contraction, and a few other questions, and I got all the answers I need, so I'm happy now that I can continue. So his last words to me were, don't put any doubt in your mind, you're doing the right thing, and I'll make sure that you do it right. One last, very last thing, he did mention about the plumbing and so on. He said it's a good idea to put all the plumbing in the back area there, keep it all in one line. You're giving yourself more problems. You don't want to be throwing money at this house. You just got to make it suit you, livable, and do the best you can. Overkill is always better than under, but at the same time, it's so easy to spend too much. That's why I've held back on doing the underfloor heating. I decided that was a luxury, so that's gone now. I do have, or I will be getting a wood burner, one that's going to keep it nice and warm. It's all about the insulation, and I get a flame to look at. And if I do need to warm up any other areas, I can tackle those at another time, making sure that I'm future-proofing where possible. There you go, always get advice. Jay, well done, mate. Let's get this done. And double. how did I make that mistake? I can't believe it. The stones were dumped on top of a pile of sand and it was all covered. So I thought I had more than I actually did. And I had to scrimp and scrape just to get this little section down here done. There's no point fighting it, is there? I mean, I've done my best. It's been such a big ask this last 2 weeks, and it's a massive contrast from what it was when I started, this being the first job inside the house. And I'm so glad to get this out of the way. I'm so relieved. But it would have been nice to get here. I was geared up for it, but what do you do, eh? I'm going to order some stones on Monday, and they'll turn up on Tuesday. This won't take too long because it's a smaller area. I can get that done in the afternoon, along with there and down there. And that, of course, is going to change things. For me, this is a game changer, and it's a job that I am so pleased to get out of the way, even though I've still got a bit to go. It's such a relief not having to stand on the clay, the old broken tiles, and that little concrete slab. It just feels so much better. It's raised up off of the ground level now, and it's given me a huge incentive to move forward. And I really hope that for the next few weeks anyway, the jobs that I'm going to be doing in here aren't going to be as labour intensive as this one. I really hope so. I've got to keep my hands well away from cement for a while. I can feel them getting a little bit destroyed again. Oh, hang on before I carry on. Just show you this. This line here, that's going to be my floor line with the tiles, and this is my line that I'm doing this layer with. And it's dead on. But hey ho, I've had my shower, I've chilled out a little bit, and what do? You just got to go with it and accept it, and it will be great when it's done. Yeah. So when I moved out here, Portugal won the Euro, and I was really, really lucky to be able to watch that down in Vila Moura on a big screen and celebrate with the Portuguese. I've got 2 countries I can support now, and that was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. This time round, tomorrow, let's not jinx it, first time in my life. Oh, I hope so. Right, next week, I'm also going to be doing something a little bit different, something I've been looking forward to for a few weeks, and I hope you can join me on that one. Something that I'm going to really enjoy doing it, and of course I'll be continuing in there, and we'll go from there anyway. I'm going to chill out now and worry about that next week.